Alright, so let's talk today about judgment. Got the go-to cola juice here, very healthy. So humans are very judgmental. We're very judgmental, right? But here's a question for you. Are you ever going to judge judgment? People are like, no, hands off. That's the one thing we don't judge. Well, that doesn't really work, does it? That's kind of hypocritical. It's not logically consistent. If you believe in judgment and you take it all the way, you also have to judge judgment to complete your position there. And when you start judging judgment, you might find that judgment isn't usually a good thing. It might be needed in court or something, but like in terms of human interactions, judging each other is generally not a good thing. And what are the alternatives? You know? What are the alternatives? You could, instead of judging someone, you could pray for someone. What's your judgment on that? Is that a superior activity? What's your judgment? Is it better to pray for someone or to judge someone? Which one is better? Which one yields the best fruits? Instead of judging someone, you could just choose to see them in a better light. I've done experiments like this before, and what I've noticed is if one person, or especially if multiple people, all decide to start to see someone in a better light, that person becomes better. It's true. It's true. This is kind of the opposite of what happens with children in homes where the parents always look down on them and they see them as a problem child. That's actually reinforcing those behaviors in that child. That makes them feel like more of a problem child, and then they want to go out and rebel and do more destructive things even more. Because the way you're looking at people changes those people. It affects those people. We're all affecting each other. That's why we're actually a collective consciousness. We are not strictly individuals in any sense. It's like the saying, no man is an island, right? No person is an island. We're all affecting each other. The way you look at me affects me. The way I look at you affects you. So are we ever going to start doing right by each other is the question. Are we ever going to start mainly focusing on the positive attributes of each other so that we enhance those attributes in each other, because it affects those people and it makes them feel more that way when you look at them that way. If I look at you like you're amazing and you're a great person and you're a perfect child of God, you will start to feel more like that. And you will start to live more like that. We have tremendous power over each other by the way we look at each other. That has a lot of power, and we are not acknowledging that. As a society, we are very much not acknowledging that. How you look at someone has a lot of power and influence over them. How they look at you affects you a lot. And it can have a lot of power and influence over you. So we can choose to see the best attributes in people. If someone is not good at something, instead of judging them as not good, we can choose to see that they have potential for improvement, for growth. See, then you're looking at them in a more positive way. We can choose to see all the positive attributes that they have and focus more on that and focus less on what they're not so good at. We all have things we're not so good at. We don't have to focus on them. in general, in terms of our interactions with people. If it's at a job and someone needs to do a better job for the company to succeed or something, that's different. But you can still apply these principles, but just in a modified way, where you acknowledge they need to do better because it's needed for the company or for them to keep their job, but you still acknowledge all the positive things they're doing. So that's the message for today. Maybe we need to judge judgment. And what are the alternatives? You can also be forgiving instead of judging. You can be loving instead of judging. Another choice you have is you could say, well, instead of judging this person, I'm just going to enjoy this person. I'm just going to enjoy their company. I'm just going to have fun hanging out with this person.